Zach Wilson is the Jamarcus Russell of today's NFL.
You think he'd be better?
Yeah.
Jamarcus will be hooping it with this talent. You know, my favorite stat about Zach Wilson leaving Sunday is the New York Jets have more letters in their name than Zach had completions. The New York Jets have 11.
Yeah.
The New York Jets have 11 letters.
I was hoping it would be just Jets, and I was he didn't have 4 completions.
The New York Jets have 11 letters, and Zach Wilson had 9. So, Zach, kick rocks.
There's a stat I saw about the Jets offense in the second half. They averaged less yards per play than like a flaccid
penis, bro.
2.77 inches per play.
Exactly. 2.7 inches.
That
2.7.
I am very much very much pro, like whatever size you got, it's adequate, right? You gotta do what you gotta do with it. 2.77, that's fucking minuscule. That's terrible.
We're talking about shrinkage.
That's insane.
Significant shrinkage, Jerry.
Jerry.
Shrinkage.
Dude, and I also think when it comes down to the Jets, like Zach Wilson, I think at this point has officially lost the locker room. You have Sauce Gardner, you have all these players that are speaking out. Sauce Gardner's liking things on Twitter, saying, or just liking things, and I think it speaks volumes because this Jets team is a good team.
Dude.
But Zach Wilson is making them the laughing stock in some capacity. They are a good
Yesterday,
team.
A reporter after the game asked, the defense played super well. Do you feel like you let the defense down? And Zach goes, no.
Scored 3 points.
Bro, you let the defense down.
They
played dominant football. The defense was sick yesterday, and you couldn't do anything offensively.
Even if you play well, you are going to take responsibility. The biggest thing I see with Zach Wilson is pure insecurity outside of how bad of a quarterback he is. The guy, look at Josh Allen, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, takes full responsibility, played poorly, but still Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he sat there and was like, that's on me, I got to play better. Even if you had a good game, your responsibility as the quarterback is always going to be about taking, the burden, the poor play on your shoulders. And I've always said this, as a quarterback, your talent is secondary to who you are as a player. Your leadership will always come first. And Zach Wilson's talent, this BYU Pro Day throw that every single Jets fan was like,
wow,
all swallowing.
Adam did a
using a straw in a Slurpee. I like that. That was good.
Yeah. See that throw that every single Jets fan married themselves to say like that's the quarterback that he can be. It's like no, he played at BYU. His best games came against Coastal Carolina and the fucking McDonald team that got on ESPN and faked whatever that fake team was. I don't even know.
Is it?
Like Zach Wilson stinks.
Is it time that the Jets just say F it and start Joe Flacco? Because I think they'd be better with him.
Mike
Joe Flacco's
White,
got more.
Mike White over Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's got more passing touchdowns than Zach Wilson this year, and he played 3 goddamn games.
Yeah. Nah, Jack, I think
that's OD.
I think it's time. I think it's time. But what annoyed me after the game too, not only Zach Wilson's press conference, which I can get into as well.
He's putting blame on other people.
Saleh, the head coach, said, "Nah, we're sticking with Zach Wilson." He was asked like 3 different times by 3 different interviewers, "Is it time to move on to a Joe Flacco or Mike White?" And he's like, "Nah, Zach's our quarterback. We're gonna stick with him." But if you're the head coach, you lead by example. You're the guy that everybody's following aside from the quarterback, and we know damn well they ain't following Zach Wilson. So you need to set an example for your team. Bench Zach Wilson because the rest of the team definitely wants you to do that. They're going to stand for you even more if you're the head coach and you're doing that. If you're riding Zach Wilson through this, I'm getting kind of annoyed. Not only that, I hope Saleh's press conference was before Zach, because if I was a head coach and I heard Zach say, like you said, the interviewer was like, yo, like, your defense gave up 3 points. Do you feel responsible for the loss? And he said no. Then I'm pissed off as a head coach, and I feel a responsibility to back up my team.
Totally.
Because it's us versus you now.
I understand, though, why you would still ride with him, though, at this point, because it's like, if you bench him right now, that is the end of Zach Wilson. He is not going to play for the Jets.
Yeah, and I'm ready for that.
No, because if you bench him, he loses all of his confidence.
Cool.
He's never going to feel comfortable.
The only confidence that he has came from him his mom's best friend.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's a lot. That's a lot of confidence.
It is a lot. But Jets fans were sold a bag of goods to think to themselves that the guy that was just slanging his D around is the guy who can slang his D on the field, and it's the complete opposite. Actually,
here's a take is that I think that news about Zach Wilson banging his mom's friend is actually the worst thing to happen to him, because everyone forgot about how shitty he played last year, and they're like, oh, we love this guy. That's
Wow.
my fucking quarterback. Like, he's got something to him. Maybe he should have never banged his mom's friend. Just stick to girls your age. Stick to your Utah early 20s women. They're pretty beautiful from what I've seen on TikTok. Like, I don't know why he's got to go for moms. Like,
I think I said it to Felipe. I fully agree with that take. That him fucking his mom's best friend completely screwed his entire NFL career because everyone thought he was better than he actually was. And I got some Zach Wilson stats to back up how bad he's actually been. Zach Wilson ranks this
That
season
guy.
out of 33 qualified quarterbacks. Out of 33, there's 32 teams. Has the 33rd best completion percentage, 32nd in passer rating, 31st in passer touchdown to INT ratio, and pass touchdown to attempt ratio. He's 31st. So that's fucking terrible. Take it a step further. Zach Wilson is the Jamarcus Russell of today's NFL.
I disagree with
Adam, what's his DVOA, though? I need to know his DVOA.
I don't know, but I'm gonna go out on a
What a
limb and say it's
callback.
pretty bad. But Zach Wilson is or let me rephrase it. Zach Wilson is the Jamarcus Russell of today's NFL because this. Jamarcus Russell in his first 20 starts averaged 6.2 yards per attempt, had a 15 to 13 touchdown to INT ratio, and a 70.6 passer rating. Zach Wilson, first 20 starts, 6.3 yards per attempt, 13 to 16 touchdown to INT ratio, and 70.7 pass rating. They both suck.
Yeah, but Jamarcus Russell was way more gifted physically. Like, dude, I don't know his exact metric. I think he was like 6'4", like 250. And I think him with the Jets' talent right now, because he went to such a dysfunctional organization in Oakland at that time, the Raiders, which fucking blew. Like, Al Davis still thought he was like the greatest owner in sports, couldn't do fucking shit, RIP. But Zach Wilson's in a great situation with the Jets. He could be he doesn't need to be a superhero, but at least leading your team to wins. Like, at least get 15 completions in a game and score a touchdown or two. I think Jamarcus Russell would be better. So I don't even think that's a good comparison.
Here's a question for
You
everyone
think
in the room.
Jamarcus Russell would be better? You think he'd be better?
Yeah.
Jamarcus will be hooping in this fucking
Jesus
with
fucking
talent.
Christ, stop.
If he had this
Zach
organization,
Wilson's
he'd be
bad.
better,
He's
bro.
not Jamarcus
I got
Russell,
one last
I-
thing, because the Wilsons are struggling. Which Wilson do you think teammates hate more, Russ or Zach?
Zach.
Whoa.
At least Zach is
I
a
think
cool
Zach.
guy off the field.
No, I
Zach
disagree.
is a cool guy off the field.
I
like-
think Russ's media persona is not actually what he's like. I'm sure he's a way more pleasant guy than what we think. First of all,
I don't know,
also
y'all-
Russ is like a vet quarterback who's been super successful and can lead a
Yes,
team.
yes.
So like he is. I think like we give him more shit that I think he deserves as a goofy character. Like he might be a little goofy, but like whatever. I don't think he's as goofy as we think.
Is it-
And-
I mean,
or
I
as we
haven't seen Braxton Berrios posting about Zach in a little bit. That's all. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think
Is
Zach.
it?
I'll be totally honest. I think Zach is probably also not that cool. Like I think he's like
Zach's
a
a goober.
dweeby,
Yeah.
dweeby Mormon guy.
Zach's a
like
goober.
low key, and
Nah,
he's
bro,
also
he hangs
he's also
out.
a Ken doll, bro. He's like perfect. I think he was raised super wealthy and like given everything he could have in order to get him into the super successful limelight that he's now in.
What should the Jets do about Zach Wilson? Should they bench him? Should they go to Joe Flacco? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, join our Discord, and also go to thegameday.shop. You can get any of your Caps Off merch and any NFL merch. Happy Thanksgiving.